Beatles, widows, boss of ghouls, how are you all doing? It's hot. Everyone in the UK is going to be telling you it's hot. So again, we're looking at Slapped Ham, and because the title has got me hooked. 13 real scary videos that will make you a believer. Will it make me a believer? I mean, I have my beliefs. I've just never seen anything on Slapped Ham that I believe. I've seen some things, to be fair, that have left me confused and wondering. But for the most part, fake. Or perhaps fake is the wrong word. In some cases, it's just people assuming the cobwebs on their Ring doorbell are ghosts and they're not. So let's see what Slapped Ham has got for us today. And once again, a Slapped Ham video starts with somebody in some form of mental anguish or state. And the people around there just video it and put it on the internet for shits and giggles. Because, why not, right? Now, Slapped Ham does suggest that this is more of a mental health issue in a public place. Fair, but, you know, don't film it and then upload it to the internet. And that girl's already going through something. And she gets out of hospital and then gets mocked for being the girl not really climbing walls. Just stood on the end of a bed.
Get away from me. Hello? Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
Sarah set up her phone to film a prank on her sleeping boyfriend. The camera caught the prank and something else.
Get away from me. Hello? Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
See, because this is TikTok, I don't know if this could be a TikTok filter. Halloween, loads of TikTok filters come out. There's somebody else in the house with them as well, look. Yeah, I think it may be an overlay. It may not be a filter, it may be an overlay. That image in the mirror doubles. And then that just sort of rolls in. And then the double sort of pixelation disappears. I think somebody's just cropped around that window and put another video of somebody putting their hand on there. You can see a lot of pixelization and digital noise, and it doubles when that thing comes on the screen.
The clip was posted to TikTok by @sarah.lupica with a caption that reads, "I was trying to..."
See, that pixelation might just be worse because of the zooming in.
Get away from me. Hello? Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
Sarah set up her phone to film a prank on her sleeping boyfriend. The camera caught the prank and something else.
Get away from me. Hello? Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
Now, see this person there?
Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
The clip was posted to TikTok by...
Maybe that's not edited. Maybe it's not a filter. This person that's off camera that they've not acknowledged, you see his head get into shot. Maybe he's done something to make a reflection in that mirror. But I can't tell you 100%.
Sarah.lupica with a caption that reads, "I was trying to prank my BF while he was asleep. This just gave me chills."
Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
Here's the mirror zoomed in.
Hello? Screaming in my ear when I'm trying to stop, dude.
Sarah set out to scare her boyfriend that night and ended up scaring herself instead. The mirror's still hanging on her wall, and she still can't explain what the camera saw.
Stop, dude. I'm trying, bro.
Trying what?
I can't tell you how that's done. I don't know if somebody's cropped the mirror and then just edited the handprint in, whether it's just a straight up green screen overlay of handprints and they've just chroma keyed out the green and slapped it on, faded it on and off, or if that guy that, why would he be there? It just got his head in shot accidentally as that thing appeared and disappeared. I don't know if he had something to do with it. The easiest way to do it would be to just chroma key green out of something. You can probably find... let's have a look. See, something like that would do it. You just take one of them. What the hell is that? Oh, shit. Oh, there you go. Perfect example. Something like that. So, if you don't know, in editing software, you can literally pick a color picker chroma key, use a dropper, a digital dropper, remove the color green, and then move shape and whatever you want with that thing. Soften the edges, job done. That's not the exact one, but I'm not scrolling for hours and hours. That's the easiest way to do it. I don't know if that's exactly how they did it, but that's how I would do it.
Here comes my boy. Something's gonna push him on his left shoulder. Whoa. It was quick. Might not have seen it, but he's freaking out over here. He asked my buddy if there's something on him, like an insect or something. No.
An employee at a pizza inn in Richland Hills, Texas, turned to his coworker and asked if there was something crawling on his back. The cameras saw what he felt, and it wasn't an insect. The scary video was posted to TikTok by Kylek242424.
I can't see anything. He's been haunted by a red ring. I don't know what I'm looking at. There's the worst quality camera you can find. And there's a splodge. Not on him. Way behind him. What the fuck am I looking at? In fact, I think whatever that white thing was just a reflection of whatever this guy's carrying. It's gleaming, look. I think he's carrying a knife or tongs or something, and it's reflected off the camera. It's just chance. Now, obviously, we can't hear what they're saying. How do we know that he hasn't gone walking forward and gone, oh, my shoulder, can you just check? I think I've got, like, a bite, a lump, a muscle has popped. Something other than a fucking ghost, because for a frame, there's a reflection on the lens. Oh.
The scary video was posted to Reddit's Ghosts forum by Domsino, a friend of the students who'd lived in the house. According to the post, they'd been seeing a small boy walking through the rooms for months, pale, transparent, never staying long. The fence around the garden was undamaged and too tall for a child to climb in from outside. In the middle of the frame, between two patches of growth, a small figure becomes visible, about the height of a child standing still.
And that does look like a small child. Now, again, video quality is garbage. Looking at the size of the fence, could be a child. He's only going to look ghostly because the camera's cack.
In the middle of the frame, between two patches of growth, a small figure becomes visible, about the height of a child standing still. According to the OP, it was a spot the boy came back to often. If you look closely, he crouches and appears to vanish completely.
Tell me to you if this looks like a boy throwing a ball at the wall and then bending down to pick it up.
According to the OP, it was a spot the boy came back to often. If you look closely, he crouches and appears to vanish completely.
There, see? It looks like he's thrown something at the wall, and then instead of catching it, missed it, and he's bent down to pick it up. But this transparent boy, I mean, we can see like his ear there, his hair over the top, and like a bowl cut type thing, very Victorian looking, you could see. But this ghost is see-through to a degree, yet this branch which should be in front of him is behind him. This branch is closer to the camera. You can't see through him. Or is it just some form of pareidolia? Because I can see an ear and like a bowl cut and a chin, but then his neck is all really, really scrawny, but then his arm is kind of giving it all that. I mean, that smudge that I thought was a ball is still there. So it may be that the branches are moving and causing some form of reflections that's caused both of these weird apparitions. When I say apparitions, I don't mean ghosts. That one was pretty cool because it wasn't your typical Ring doorbell where something's just beyond the focal point, or, you know, a car passing in the dark. This is in the daytime. The camera quality's still bad, but I can see why somebody would look at that and be like, ugh, creepy, there's a dead kid in my garden. Has it been overlaid? I genuinely don't know. That's pretty cool, that one, because nothing immediately jumps out. It could be the way the branches have interacted and smudges on the lens. It could be some form of animal that's just way out of focus and has dropped down, a cat, a bird, or something. In fact, could it be a cat?
And appears to vanish completely. Skeptics in the comments suggested the figure was a smudge on the lens.
Is it a cat? I think that might have been a cat that's hanging back there on something moving. Obviously, cat fur, depending on the colours of it. Maybe it's the cat fur that's caused the pareidolia. And then it's the movement down at the end. It's not a boy side on like that, ducking. I think it's a cat just dropping down off a branch. I'm going to go with cat. Is it a possession? Is he glitching out? Or has he done a little bit too much of the spice? You see this shite in the UK all the time, and it's people on spice.
The clip was posted to TikTok by @Count My Pockets, filmed from a car parked outside the Mini City store in Raleigh. The TikTok caption framed the moment as glitching, and comments on the post took the framing further. Several called it a literal glitch in the Matrix, the kind of breakdown people online half-jokingly attribute to a simulation. A few suggest...
Or is it just somebody off their tits? You see people on ecstasy and they're gurning, they're giving it all that cack. Who knows what that situation is, but why is it a glitch in the Matrix and not narcotics, mental health, or fucking a fit?
Suggested it might be a malfunctioning android. The thread climbed past tens of thousands of views.
A malfunctioning android dressed as a chav. Next.
Reddit user Philmatra heard something coming from a window of their house in West Michigan late one night. They went outside to investigate, took a few photos through the glass, and then went back in. The post went up on Reddit's paranormal forum the next day. At first glance, the photo looks almost entirely black. The post asked a single question: am I crazy or is something there? When the brightness on the image is pushed, the answer comes out of the dark. There's a face, pale, indistinct, pressed against the inside of the window, looking out.
What? I am looking to see a face. Are they thinking these are eyes, that's the nose, and this is the mouth? But then why are his cheeks all the way out there? How has he got a rounded object to squish completely flat against a piece of glass? Is it a tree? Because to me, these bits that are closer look like leaves. Is it smudge or condensation? Could be. Does it look like a face? No. That bit there looks like a little face. Look, there's an eye, there's an eye, there's a mouth. It's an imp. Barry Guy was right, it's an imp. But no, that doesn't look like a face to me. What the hell am I watching?
The first wave of comments treated it as a typical haunted photo post, but then a few users started doing
This is why I don't use Reddit. They're about as dumb as people on TikTok.
the geometry. The OP had been outside the house when they took the photo, and the figure was inside, in a room nobody was supposed to be using, which they confirmed was their office. The roommates and spouse were all asleep in bed in a different part of the house entirely, and the pets didn't match. In a follow-up comment, the OP mentioned that they'd moved to West Michigan from the Appalachian Mountains specifically to get
Oh, dear God, it must be a ghost then, because it's from the Appalachian Mountain.
away from this kind of thing. Whatever Philmatra photographed that night was inside the house, looking out. They were the ones standing in the dark.
It's that cat again. It's condensation, look. The whole window is soaked. So this guy is outside. Is it his own reflection? Does he take... This is either a cat or his own reflection, and it just looks weird because of the water droplets. I'm starting to think cat with this brightened image. There's a little pussycat nose, pussycat eyes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ears. Or is it an owl? Or is it a skinwalker? Or is it a fuck knows? It's condensation, patterns, pareidolia.
Arc.
Next clip.
Watch the flip-up section of the table in front of the stairs.
This is in 4K. Do I know this house.
The camera only activates when motion is detected and the house is empty. The second clip is from the dining room at night.
Isn't it amazing how the table lifting, we can't see all of the edge of the table. Almost like somebody's just doing this. And isn't it amazing that with this chair that's moving, we can't see under the table properly. There's blind spots on both clips.
One of the chairs at the end of the table moves out from the table on its own. Nobody in the frame, nobody in the next room. Skeptics in the comments notice something specific about the footage. Every event happens right where the camera's pointed, conveniently centered in frame. The OP confirmed she'd cropped the wide-angle feed to make the events easier to see. The uncropped versions, she said, are available on request.
Yo, OP, I want them. Send me those uncropped images. Those uncropped images ain't proving shit. Because we still can't see the entirety of the edge of that table, and we can't see under this one. The uncropped images mean nothing.
A daytime tour of the Indiana State Sanatorium took a photograph inside the abandoned power plant.
Ooh.
He ducked into that section because it was one of the only spots in the complex where he wouldn't be elbowing other tourists for an angle. He thought nothing of the shot at the time. It wasn't until his friend, Reddit user StatsLamau, posted the photo that anyone noticed what was in it.
The hair.
At first glance, nothing looks unusual. But brighten the image and zoom in on that right-hand wall.
Is it humanoid looking? Yes. Head, shoulder, arm, body, one leg. But the head is stuck to its right shoulder, or it's right as I'm looking at it, so his left shoulder. His head isn't central to his body like everybody else's head. This is just pareidolia.
In the opening seconds of the walkthrough, he admits he wasn't a skeptic, wasn't gullible, but couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. One bedroom in particular, he said, felt very off.
And when I went inside this one particular bedroom, something just seemed very off.
Then comes the 33-second mark.
The house still is all original and withstood the test of time. With it having 3 bedrooms and 1.5
Withstood the test of time? The place is fucked. The door frames were rotten. There's a spindle missing. The walls look like the plaster's blown under the paint.
And with those
Stood the test of time. No, it hasn't. It's fucked.
bedrooms all being upstairs.
At the rear of the room, you can see something moving.
Wait.
Here it is zoomed in and slowed down. The comments split immediately, with one half going straight for the obvious haunted house angle. A century-old home, original woodwork, a realtor admitting on camera that he was spooked, all of it fitting neatly into the ghost reading. If the realtor was supposed to be alone in the house, and he was, then the shadow at the 33-second was supposed to be alone in it.
What shadow? I'm not seeing it.
In the opening seconds of the walkthrough, he admits he wasn't a skeptic, wasn't gullible, but couldn't shake the feeling that something was off.
Oh, I saw it.
One bedroom in particular, he said, felt very off.
And when I went inside this one particular bedroom, something just seemed very off.
Then comes the 33-second mark.
The house still is all original and withstood the test of time. With it having 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bath. And with those bedrooms all being upstairs.
Right, I have seen it. It's there in that bathroom. With it being an abandoned property, could that be a rat? Could that be a mouse, a possum, or anything? Could it be somebody just ducking out a shot? We've only got his word to take for it that he was alone in there, but he was freaked out. There could be any number of things at play there. The image is too poor for us to define anything, so yeah, it was a ghost. Thought I was going through a coral reef, something scary, yeah?
A small round object appears in the water ahead of the divers. Within a second, it begins to move. Not the casual drift of a fish, but a sharp, darting motion that flicks back and forth across the frame faster than the diver can swing the camera to follow. The footage has been circulating online for over 30 years. In all that time, 2 readings have stuck. The first and most obvious reading is that it's a fish. Marine life moves fast, and a small camera with limited tracking is going to struggle to pin one down. The problem with this reading is that nobody has been able to confidently identify what's in the water.
Fish! It's the fucking sea! I saw it and didn't realise that's what they were claiming was weird. A goddamn fish.
Guesses in the comments have ranged from a
Oh, there we
remora to a small shark caught at the wrong angle, but no clean fit.
It's just a fish.
The second reading is the one that's kept the footage circulating. Some believe what the divers captured is a USO, an unidentified submerged object, the underwater equivalent of a UFO.
Is this big? Who's got underwater ships that small? The borrowers? Even they'd be cramped. Jesus Christ. And of course, Slap Tam goes into a big thing about underwater foes. Submerged foes, or whatever you call it. But all the AI images he uses are these big massive things. That, I've had bigger bubbles in the bath when I fart.
Weird news, unexplained sightings, and UAP discourse. Let's get into it. Silver orb hovers over Monterrey, witnesses left with headaches. A man and his young son in Monterrey, Mexico photographed a silver metallic sphere hovering over their city on the morning of Saturday, May 17th. Then both of them came down with severe headaches in the hours that followed. The orb was completely stationary, completely silent, and hung there for several minutes before the father managed to snap 2 photos. Then it did what UAPs always seem to do.
Get debunked because there's fuck all to it. Listen, I'm not ignorant enough to think that we are the only thing in the universe. I refuse to believe that, in fact. But come on.
Accelerated, fast, straight toward the nearby Cerro de
Why are we using AI? Why can't you show us the actual picture?
las Mitras mountain and out of sight. Multiple witnesses on the ground corroborated the hover. The photos started circulating on Mexican social media that afternoon, and Coast to Coast AM picked it up the next day. But the detail that's lifted the story above the usual orb fare is the headaches, a physical effect on witnesses that's rare, hard to fake, and has been a recurring feature of close UAP cases going back decades. If it was a balloon, it doesn't explain the speed. If it was a drone, it doesn't explain the headaches.
Any of these clips, this whole story is about 2 photographs. We're looking at video there. And that does look like a balloon. It's even got a little nipple on the bottom. Oh, the speed of it. It's just... Oh. Right, I've skipped a load of lizard people stuff and... not my thing.
Wait, if
TikToker
look,
Angus FV1 set up his
There's-
camera, closed the
that's
double
fully
doors of his
shot.
hallway closet, and waited
Yeah.
to see if they'd open again.
Wait, if that's fully shot. Yeah.
Then the camera captures this.
Oh, right off, yo, what? Nah.
Commenters began to notice what looks like a shadowy figure in
That door there, earlier on in this video, before I started recording, it just swung open. I've got Velcro on there to stop it swinging open because A, the latch is broke. B, there's a little bit of wind outside, and because it's 33 degrees here right now, there's doors open. So the door will just vacuum. I've got the window open there with the hose for the air conditioning out. It's just vacuum.
the dark room.
Yo, what? Nah. What the fuck?
The shadowy figure in the dark room never moves. When the clip ends, it's still standing in the same spot, lurking, watching, waiting.
Yo, what? Nah.
Was it a shadow figure? Or was it furniture?
Want to see more mysterious videos? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll always know when we drop our scary video compilations.
I've yet to see anything scary.
On March 27th, 1974, 3 members of the Betz family were walking the burnt remains of a brush fire on their property on Fort George Island, Florida, when their eldest son spotted something in the ashes.
So Callum is going to tell the story of 1974, where the Betz family discovered this giant sphere, and he's going to make it all spooky and whatever. But what it actually was an industrial ball bearing. It was a giant steel ball bearing that had fallen off a truck. The US Navy looked into it and they're like, yeah, it's just an industrial ball bearing. It's come off a truck. So why, all of these years later, this research hasn't been done for this to make it into a top 13 videos or whatever it was, I don't know. I'd actually heard of this one. Do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Hopefully I can't get in trouble for this one. Much love to you all. Beardo out.